Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, ChaosWulff here, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Today we are going to be taking a look at the best way, in my mind, to make money at the beginning of the game, which is why I am sitting here in my completely stock Sidewinder. Now, what we want to do is we want to go into Starport Services straight away. So you'll be in this similar situation, minus the bank balance. And what you're going to want to do is have a look straight over into the bulletin board. At the moment we only have one mission available to us, which is haul is required for Chimaku light cargo runs. Okay, so what do they want us to do? They want us to haul some animal meat, 3 tons of this, into Chimaku, into Kaku Orbital. The reward for doing this is going to be 5,703 credits, and we've got 1 hour and 60 minutes to do this. The jump distance is 7.74 light years, and you see this bit at the bottom where it says fine. What this means is they are going to provide the cargo to you, so you don't have to buy it yourself. You're just providing the delivery, not the cargo itself. So what this means is if you get destroyed or you lose the cargo, that's how much they're going to charge you. So if you're just starting out and you end up getting blown up or you lose the cargo, you might as well just hit the reset button right there and then start over again. But what we're going to do is we're going to click accept. Although I've just realised something, we need to have a look over into our navigation and go into the galaxy map. Now, where they want us to go is to Chimaku, which is here. So we'll have a look at the navigation. Our current jump range is 7.1 light years. So, yes, thankfully we can make this. I should have really checked this beforehand, because if we couldn't have made it, then I would have had to have dropped the cargo, and all of a sudden not be able to actually complete it and be fined for it. So what you need to do is to check this. You need to come into the galaxy map. You need to come across the navigational tab, and there's a little slider down the bottom. Now what this does is it allows you to scroll up and down to show you what your jump range is. See, cargo mass 0. If I had 0 tons, I would have my my maximum jump range of 7.56 light years. The more I bring that up, as you can see, the higher that I bring that up to 1 ton, it goes 7.41, 2 tons 7.24, 3 tons 7.11, all the way up to 4 tons being 6.96. So the more weight I have in my ship and the more cargo I have in my ship, the shorter distances I will be able to jump. I won't be able to go as far the heavier I am. So this is where you need to come to actually check this out. So it's always a good thing to do, to check before you actually accept the mission, especially if you haven't got that much money. So thankfully we can make it. And what I'm going to need to do is head back in. And what I did was I basically selected, let's say, Chimaku there. That's where we want to go. Now, because it is too far for me to jump straight away, what we need to do is actually plot a course there. And you saw me just actually clicking the button to do that before, but I didn't actually point it out, so I'll do that now. What that is it's this button here, plot route. So if I press that, it'll bring up this this brown line, and that's the route we're going to take. The blue arrow here is where we currently are, and the orange arrow is our next destination. And what happens is, as soon as we jump from this destination to the next one, the flight computer will automatically calculate where the next one is, and it'll plot the course straight to Chimaku for us. So we're going to pop back out of here, have a look back into the Starport Services just in case Here we go. Let's see if there's anything else going to... That's going to Chiguru. This one's going to Chiguru as well. And where's this one going to? Chiguru as well. Now we are actually going to be... I think we are actually going to be travelling through Chiguru. Let me double check this one. Yeah, we will be travelling through Chiguru, so we could theoretically take all of those, as all they actually are is information couriers. That one's to Hu Mines. Actually, they're all to the same place because there is only one orbital there. So what we'll do is we'll go and take all of these. Oh, okay, we'll take one of these. Let's see if that's just... yeah. Okay. So we have one data delivery and we have one actual delivery. So we'll have a look over here into our cargo, and you can see we've got 3 animal meats, and there is a little note on them near to where it says quantity 3, which says haulage, which means that cargo has been provided to us, and if we lose it we are going to get fined. We still have one cargo slot, but at this point you wouldn't have enough money to actually be able to do anything. So what we do is we just go straight into launch. And we'd be on our merry way. So we'll just wait to get to the surface and have our landing clamps removed.
Ship released. Engines engaged. Landing
and we will get ourselves out of here. Okay, so we'll align ourselves up now with our next the next leg of our journey, which is Chiguru, and we'll just boost away so we can get away from the mass lock. You can see down at the bottom right where it says mass locked. Just got to wait for that blue light to disappear, and as soon as that does, we can engage our frameshift drive and get the hell out of the system.
Frameshift
Here we go.
Drive charging.
So we'll throttle down and we will jump out. Now, as always, we must remember to request docking.
Denied.
Right? Oh yeah, I'm too far out still. Let's try that again.
Docking request granted.
There we go. On the smaller outpost orbitals like this, you usually have to get within 7.5 kilometers in order to actually send your docking request. Otherwise, they will just basically deny you out of hand. There we go. Just spotted my my landing pad up there. So I'm coming up from behind, so I'm going to come up to the top here and spin around. Let's have a look where I am. There we go. So I'll put my landing gear out and come in slowly.
Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to have a look in the... We're going to have to go into Starport Services. Go back into the bulletin board here, and we have Deliver Message up here. So we'll click on this one and Give Message. There we go. We've completed that one, and we've been given our reward of around about 500 to 600 credits. Now there are other missions here. These are... You can tell what type of mission they are by their icon. You've got charity missions where you don't get anything for it, but you help the political situation in that system. You've got salvage missions, assassination missions, and these missions here are where they want you to collect items for them, but they are not providing it for you. You have to actually go out and buy the materials yourself. And down here we've got the smuggling missions, but we're not going to worry about those at the moment. Oh yes, and this is the last one here. This is the bounty hunting missions. But either way, we're not really interested because they haven't got anything else that we can really use. There's one here which is find 3 rebel transmissions. But this activity is considered illegal, but it doesn't matter because this particular orbital where we'll be taking it to doesn't have the security for that, so we'll take that anyway. And if we don't manage to do it, there's no great loss. So we're going to launch again and head off to Chimaku and actually drop off this animal meat that we're holding.
Ship released. Engines engaged. Landing gear retracted. Off. Docking request granted. Flight assist on. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Right, so here we are back at our destination, Kaku Orbital. So what we need to do is we need to go back into Star Support Services yet again. And we are going to go back to the bulletin board just after our refuel. And here we are, deliver cargo. So we'll click on here, and now for pretty much nothing apart from a little bit of fuel money, we are up just shy of 6,000 credits. And what we have as well is more missions here as well, although none of these are the ones specifically that we want. But now that we're actually up so much more credits, we're going to have a look at the outfitting department and see if there's something we could do about our absolutely minuscule 4-ton cargo capacity. Because there'll be so many times where you'll be sitting there in the bulletin boards and you'll be seeing missions for like 5 tons, 6 tons, 7 tons of cargo, and you just won't be able to do it because you just won't have the space. Okay, so let's have a look at the internals. Now everything's we can't really do anything up here because these are all the ones that are set to what they are. What we're interested in is the internal compartment down here. Now we can have a look down here at the basic discovery scanner. Combine equip. Oh, look at this! For 1,000 credits, we can get ourselves an additional 2 tons of cargo space. So that ups our current cargo capacity of max cargo capacity of 4 tons to 6. So yes, please. And as well, if we really wanted to, we could have a look at the replacing our shield generator with another one, because here there's another 4-ton capacity cargo rack for 3,250 credits, which would give us a grand total of 10 tons of cargo capacity. Now the downside here is that if we do this, we'll be selling our shield generators, so we will have no shield at all. But and if you do, it is a viable option. It gives you 10 tons of cargo capacity, so it is a very viable way to make money that much faster. But like I said, the downside is that you're flying around without shields. If you do decide this, I strongly recommend that you actually do this in solo play. So there is a much lower risk of you actually being targeted by pirates. there's exactly the same amount of risk being targeted by AI pilots, but there's no chance of you being targeted by player pirates, which are a magnitude of degrees worse at times. So, for the sake of argument, I'm going to do this because this is what I did when I first started and I was making money. But what else I did was I actually went in and sold my weapons. Now, why would I do this? Take a look down here. Unladen and laden jump ranges. If I'm completely full with cargo, I have a jump range of 6.77 light years. That can be a bit restricting. So what I would do is sell that, and that goes up to 7.3. So that's an extra third of a light year. So confirm. And then I'm going to sell the other one as well. So 7.32 light years. Unladen, I'm nearly 10 light year jump range. The downside to this is now I am completely defenseless. But I'm in a ship. I'm flying around in the ship with no shields. I do not want to be hanging around waiting, trying to fight. So what I'm going to be doing is, if something happens, I'm just going to run. If I manage to get away, I'm great. If I don't, then I couldn't have changed anything anyway with no shields. But we can also have a look back in to the internals, because what we can possibly do is have a look over at our frameshift drives and see what it would cost to actually upgrade these. I mean, we start off with the E. We could theoretically upgrade to this one to get a slightly longer jump range, but it's really probably not necessary. It all depends on what you really want to do. I personally wouldn't recommend bothering with it. But yes, now we have 10 tons of cargo capacity. But as I stated as well, if I exit out, you can see there on the little hologram of our ship, we have no shields, so we cannot defend. We've got no defense against other ships. It'll be going straight to our hull. Well, now let's have a look again here, and let's have a look around. Apparently they want food in Chimaku. Fruits and vegetables. They are willing to pay 5,500 just over for a quantity of 3. I've got 7 hours to do that, so I might as well accept that because there's no penalty, there's no fine. So if we don't manage to find it, then there's no big problem. We can have a look here. This is where they want us to find a black box floating in space, and you'll find these in the unidentified signal sources. Activity is considered illegal. I generally wouldn't worry about that until you get a bit more comfortable getting in and out of the orbitals unnoticed, unless this is actually from one of the outposts, the smaller orbitals. We've got a data crystal here, nearly 1,000 credits to take a data crystal to Ross 210. Yeah, I could do that. We'll leave that for now and just have a look around, but there's nothing really else for us to do. Got another one here which is considered illegal, so we're not going to bother with that. So when we don't really know what else to do, we'll just let the bulletin board guide us. This one, nearly 1,000. Yeah, why not? We'll take this to Fu City in Ross 210. Okay. So we'll go back over to our navigation panel and we'll have a look down here, see if we can find Ross 210. There it is. So we'll lock and we'll launch. And this is always the best practice, is if you're not sure what to do, look at the bulletin board. There will usually be missions there pointing you roughly in the right direction, but those missions do actually update every 5 minutes. Or at least they used to. But it's best to check them every 5 to 10 minutes if there's nothing useful there at the time. So you can sit around and wait and see if you'll find anything else. Or you can just take one of the delivery missions. I think the delivery missions are specifically just to get you to go to different systems. There we go, we're out of mass lock, so charge up and we'll get over to ROS 210. Oh hell. Don't you love it when the orbital just jumps out right in front of you? But you just look at that. Right, time for a little trick.
Flight assist off. Scan
Turn
detected.
off the flight assist and power down.
Flight assist on.
Then hit the flight assist back on, throttle back up and boost. Oh, wait. I almost forgot to do what I said not to forget to do. I almost forgot to request docking.
Docking request granted.
Thank you. So, oh look at that, my favourite docking pad. Docking pad 42. I'd say can you guess why, but I imagine it's going to be quite obvious.
Landing gear deployed.
Being the big fan of Douglas Adams writing that I am.
Hull integrity compromised. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Yes, and that's a point to look at as well. When you don't have shields and you accidentally hit something a little harder than you intended, you are going to go straight through to your hull. So you need to be extra careful when you are landing. But anyway, let's go back into the starport services. We'll see how much that 2% of damage cost us. 14 credits, that's nothing. 21 credits to jump from system to system, that's fine. We'll have a look at the bulletin board, and we are going to hand in this one. So that's another 1,000 credits nearly. Alright, awesome. Right, okay, we have a couple. Oh, we have 3 delivery missions. We have haulers required for NLTT 49528. Okay. LHS 64. And this says own ship required. Where's this going? Chamaku Values Party in Crampton Port Chamaku. Okay. Okay, it shows you what jump distance we have down there. So we have 3 different individual missions we can do. So that's LHS 64. And this one. That's a long jump distance one. So that's 3 wine. This would be the perfect time to check whether or not we'd actually be able to make it. So wine 3, jump distance 9.37. So let's have a look again over in the galaxy map. We'll jump over to the navigation. NLTT 49528. Search. There it is. And let's see. Plot a course and set up for 3 tons of cargo space. Yep, still be able to make that one. So that'll be perfectly fine to take as well. Now, and there's LHS 64 on the way as well. So let's have a look at LHS 64. There we go. LHS 64. Navigation. Let's take that up. Because the other one with LHS 64 was 2 tons, I believe. So let's set it up to 5. Yeah, we can still make that. So what we could do is we can accept the mission here to go to NLTT 49528, and we can also accept the one to LHS 64. Oh, this is taking a little while. There we go. Where is it? LHS 64. Okay. Oh, look. That is actually 7 tons. That's actually a lot more than I was expecting. So we'll hop back quickly back into the galaxy map. LHS 64. Navigation. Full 10 tons. Yep, we can still make it. So there's no problem at all there. So accept that one as well. Have a look over here. Back over to our cargo, and we are now full up with 10 tons of haulage cargo. So now, all we're going to be doing is just rinsing and repeating. But quickly again, we're going to just double check, see if there's any data crystal deliveries. No, there isn't. Okay, because they don't take up any cargo space at all. So all we're going to be doing is looking at the bulletin boards, looking for the haulage, and then checking with the galaxy map as to whether or not we can get there or not. If we can, great, we'll go. If not, we can't. Now, you will sometimes get really lucky and find missions for like 10 to 15,000 credits reward for just hauling something around, but those particular missions are very few and far between. Usually, you're going to be just having these specific ones where they... Where are we? Here we go. Which is just 3,000 there and 2,500 there. But that's still 5,000 credits. And what you're going to want to be doing is flying around and doing that until you get around about close to 60,000 credits. It won't take you that long if you get the nice missions. It might take you a little bit longer if you get unlucky and have all the ones with the really low rewards, but you'll most likely get it. You'll probably get it in a few hours. And what you want then is to go into to basically upgrade your ship. What you're going to want to do is go into the shipyard and let's see if they've got one here. There we go. It's 52. Sorry, it's just 52,000. So 53,000. You pick yourself up a hauler. And what that does is that gives you to start off with. There is 8 tons, but you can upgrade each of those to 16, so you can have 32. Actually, no, you can't. It's 8 each one of those. Sorry. What that means is you can then upgrade each of these to 8 tons each. So you'll have 16 tons of cargo space in this ship, which is another 6 tons on top of here, and you'll still have your shields. If you want to get rid of your shields, that'll be another 8 tons on top. So that'll be a grand total of 24 tons of cargo space, I believe. So you can go around and you can start either going properly into trading, or you can just take the even bigger mission rewards. So yeah, so that's what you do. You're basically just going to be looking through and the bulletin board and seeing what you can find. Sometimes you'll be really looking at the absolutely amazing missions, and sometimes you're just going to be stuck with the not so good ones. But yeah, that's the fastest way of making money in the beginning of the game. But like I said, if you're going to do what I'm doing here in running around with no shields, do it in solo mode, because you run the least risk of actually losing your ship and that cargo. But yes, I really hope this video has actually been useful to you guys, and I do hope you liked it. If so, please do consider hitting that like button. It really does help this channel out. And also, please do consider hitting that subscribe button for to get alerts when my newest videos are coming out. But anyway, this has been ChaosWulff. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you around.